Potatoes and carrots. Hello and welcome to That's Football. It's England versus Spain Watchalong. Sorry I'm a little bit late for people, but it hasn't kicked off yet, so don't worry. We are live and I hope you're doing very well. We watched England versus Croatia on Friday night and we spoke about our favourite packets of crisps and all that jazz. So maybe we'll be doing that again tonight, although I would expect this game in Sevilla. There are definitely fans there. There weren't fans there in Croatia. And I think England will probably get played off the park by a decent footballing team in Spain. So in relation to the team news, without further ado, let's talk about that, because that's probably quite an interesting thing to talk about before kickoff. Harry Winks starts for England, and obviously England have played 2 games in this Knobhead Cup. I don't know what it is, Nations Cup, sorry. And, oh God, the truth comes out there. The English, well, let's start off with the Spanish team. De Gea, Otto, Nacho, Ramos, Alonso, Thiago, Busquets, Saul Niguez, Aspas, Rodrigo and Asensio. So, it's a development, well, it's not a development team for Spain, it's developing from maybe a lot of the names we've known in the past. And then England have got Pickford, Trippier, Gomez, Maguire, Chilwell. We've got Winks, Dier, Barkley, Sterling, Kane and Rashford. So much the same team as last week, really. Sancho's on the bench. But I'm glad that Trippier's playing, because that, to me, we played Kyle Walker the other night and I think I prefer Trippier to Walker. But I'm joined by Mad Marcus. How you doing, pal?
Good evening everyone. How are we doing?
Good. I just lost a game of FIFA before I came live as well, just to let people know. Yeah. Fucking wanker.
We was having a chat about that in the comments, see what you was doing.
Tell you what, I only lost 2-1, but he's the first player I've played who's actually really good with the skills. Like he actually was like, he had no passing ability. He probably didn't need to. He could just skip through. He was like brilliant at the skill moves, like effective as well. He was doing like the Iniesta move, absolutely everything. I couldn't even chop the bastard down. But I lost 2-1 anyway, which for me I was actually quite pleased with, because he was good.
You getting addicted to the Ultimate Team now?
I wouldn't say I'm addicted to it. I'm just I hate losing. I think it's abundantly clear that I hate losing, and like, especially when it's a human. I think the computer I can sort of just justify as being favouring the, you're playing against the computer, of course, that you can justify that in your own mind, can't you? But when I'm playing against humans, I am a little bit competitive. Alec Bursell says, it's the first contribution of the night as well, Alex. He says, do you have a favourite player who's not United? Ronaldo. Do you have one, Marcus?
Yeah, I'd say exactly the same as you, Ronaldo. I think absolute legend of the game and legend at the club.
Yeah.
Absolutely perfect footballer for me, I think.
Yeah, I think the great thing about doing Q&As, and I do a lot on Twitter. I normally do one at 5 o'clock on a Monday, because I'm normally taking my daughter swimming, so I just have to go and sit in the canteen. So I thought, I'll do a Q&A. And there are certain questions that pop up time and time again. So it's not me answering quick and flippantly. I do get asked that question quite a lot, and it is Ronaldo. It's like, I also get asked a lot, what's your favourite food? The amount of times, I never thought I'd type lasagna so much in 2018, to be honest, but there you go. Lasagna is mine. Marcus, yours? There you
go. I love a good Indian meal myself. Granddad was Indian. My mum's dad was Indian, so I do like a good Indian meal now and again.
There you go. I like Indian and Chinese, but it just depends on the mood I'm in, really. I like Chinese food when it's sweet, and I like Indian food if I fancy something a little bit more savoury. But the game has started, Henry Dixon, you're right. I think this game will have more to keep an eye on it. I'm going to go Spain to win 2 or 3-0, to be honest, Marcus. What about you?
I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw.
That would be a good result for England, that would.
Yeah, I think England, although it was a bit of a drab game against Croatia, I thought England, the way they set up and stopped a lot of Croatian threat, was pretty well. And I think, actually, looking, on the basis of play, I think England should have won that game. We were just very wasteful. Rashford, Rashford particularly. So Harry Kane's not firing at the minute, so I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw tonight.
It's interesting because we all, we did the watch-alongs for the England games in the summer, and I absolutely loved it. The club football sort of got forgotten. It was the World Cup. It was a really exciting time in England, and I'm sure it was around the world and with your different countries, or even if you just enjoyed the event. But I was saying this on the Croatia game on Friday, that the international break, here we are playing Spain in a competitive game, and I really just am thinking about United versus Chelsea on Saturday. I don't think there is anything international football can do during a normal season to make itself interesting. And I'm not digging international football out, because in the World Cup it was amazing. But I just don't think it works in the season. I don't think there's any... I know this tournament they're doing, the UEFA Nations Cup, is to make it more interesting, but it just doesn't work for me. I just don't like international football. It breaks up the season. I'm in that club football mode. It just doesn't work for me.
I totally agree with that. I think the worst thing is, as soon as the season kicks off, a few weeks into the Premier League, there's an international break. It stops the flow of viewing the Premier League as a whole as well. Then of course you get another few games Premier League. Then there's another international break. It's sort of like the Europa League in a way. It's just a pain in the arse to be in it.
I must just say, some people are asking about FIFA as well. The reason I logged on tonight, because I normally do my streams live, the reason I did log out. Oh, Spain are in here. If he looks at it, no. The FIFA move was to pay it to the back post there, but he missed the pass. I did buy Lucas Moura today, who everybody I play, he's really good. But I bought the basic Lucas Moura. I haven't got the Player of the Month Lucas Moura or anything like that, so I don't know whether that makes a lot of difference. But it is a corner to Spain, Jack Coleman. And I'd like to get Raheem Sterling, but he's very expensive in the game.
I did hear today you wanted to try the Hazard SBC.
Yes, but it's hard.
Right? Yeah. Yes, it is. I know someone who's got him, and it cost him about 220,000 in players and coins to get him.
Yeah, because you've got to have a complete Chelsea team or a complete Belgium team, and their rating's got to be 80, something like that. So I had a look at that, because a lot of people are like, go and do SBCs to get rid of all these gold players that you don't want to use. But I've not looked into it. Player of the Month is gone for Lucas Moura. What a save! Off the line.
Great save.
Spain pushing there. We'll have to see that back again. I don't know whether it's Pickford or someone else on the line, but Spain all over England here like a paella, and it's wide.
Great
what a save, said Ed Woodward. We need to see that back again, but they haven't shown it back.
Great save. Whipped in corner from the right-hand side, right to the back post. What was it? Head knocked down, wasn't it, at the back post? Pickford diving. So, Spain definitely dominating the first 5 minutes at the minute, which is to be expected.
Andy Jackson says it cost him 700,000 coins to get the Hazard thing. I mean, how much is Hazard to buy anyway, just a basic Hazard? It's Harry Kane now, though. I'll have a look.
I sold my Hazard in a pack for 420,000 coins. So it's around that mark for the basic version.
So it's worth it doing the 200,000, isn't it? But it's having the 200,000.
Yeah, I think so. Like I say, I mean, I was talking to a lad on the Xbox who was doing it, and he said to me it cost him 220,000, but he did have a couple of players already in his club. I didn't really go into detail about it with him, but 220,000 in coins and a few players that he had. I don't know what players they were or how much they go for, but it did cost him quite a bit for it.
So the basic Hazard is 390,000. That's just the basic Hazard. The black card, which is, don't know what that is maybe it's Player of the Month or something. Or
Great ball in.
Is 675. And then there's a 93 one, don't know what that is, which is, that's the Player of the Month one, which you can't buy. So, it's going to cost you nearly 700,000 if you want the inform, or 400 grand if you want the basic.
There's a flick on at the back post there, and I think it was Marcus Alonso coming in at the back post, and the save by Pickford. Fantastic save. Absolutely fantastic.
Now, Fat Ronaldo is nearly 6 million.
Yeah, are you looking on Footbin or something here? Yeah. You're
enough of
addicted.
that. It's not a boring enough game for us to get into that at the moment. But I'll have a couple of games tonight.
What did you think of that Sancho lad?
Yeah, I would have started him tonight. Really. I'm sure we'll see a bit of him. I like it. I like the fact that England have got people like Maddison and Sancho coming through. Harry Winks playing tonight. I like it. I like, look, I don't hate international football. I want people to know that. I've never liked international football for the last sort of 10 years. But as I said in the World Cup, England got me back into it because their approach is different. And, they are bringing blooding youth and stuff like that. And I am excited about the likes of Sancho and that, and maybe Ryan Sessegnon getting involved. It does excite me. I just don't think international football works for me during the season. Right. Which is weird because when I was growing up, and we're going back a long time here, as you will all know when I mention a name, used to have something on a Wednesday night on BBC called Sports Night. Yeah. And I think part of the attraction was it was a school night, so I'd get to stay up till 10:30 after the news to watch it. And they'd have the highlights of all the internationals that were midweek. Lineker was playing in them days, so that tells you how long ago it is. We're talking late 80s, early 90s. But I'm pretty much sure that back then, your club team would play on the Saturday, they'd go to international duty on a Monday, they'd play their game on a Wednesday, and then they'd be back playing their club football on a Saturday. And they'd do it that way. Instead of having 2 weeks off, they'd do it like that. Now, I wouldn't mind that. I just don't like the 2 weeks.
It makes it very long, drawn-out process to me. You got
Spain again.
Used to, yeah.
That's poor shot. They still haven't showed the one off the line, have they?
They did do just now. Yeah, I think you was on the foot bin thing. Yeah.
Was it a good save?
But, it was. Yeah, great save. Alonso came in. It was a flick on in by the edge of the area, edge of the 6-yard box. Alonso came in at the back post and great save by Pickford.
Stuart Collins says Mark looks 21 again today. Got to read those sort of comments out because they make sense. Mistakes at the back, says Short. It's like watching me play FIFA England at the moment. They're trying to pass out from the back and messing about. But
there was a great cross just now by Trippier, but Harry Kane just couldn't get on the end of it. Probably about a metre too far in front of him. But Spain keeps hold of possession well, which is one of their traits, isn't it? They're well known for.
Yeah.
Bad crossfield pass there by Maguire, I think it was. Yep.
You're looking forward to the old... Remember, subscribe to the channel if you're new, bottom right-hand corner. I do my FIFA stuff on here, but it probably will be going back to my channel again soon. But we do watch-alongs on here. I think the next one we're doing will be the Champions League next week, which we can confirm the game in a moment. But if there's a big game, I did Liverpool versus City just at the end of the start of the last international break. Done both England games. So if you are watching games, then keep your eye on here and subscribe. Bottom right hand corner. Is
that Chilwell at left back?
Yeah, I like Chilwell.
Yeah.
Well, Danny Rose was injured, and obviously Luke Shaw pulled out as well. So
I see in the papers tonight Luke Shaw's close to agreeing new contract, which is good news.
Pleased about that.
Yeah. If they can get De Gea pinned down to a new one as well, be absolutely fantastic. England seem to be working the right hand side a bit too much, looking for Sterling. Down that right.
Oof! God.
Oh, God,
Ramos just took out by Eric Dier there.
What a tackle.
I thought he took the ball. I thought it was a great tackle. He's going to get a yellow card for it. Bloody hell.
That's never a yellow. I think purely because that's on Ramos and he looks a bit dumbfounded. I don't think he's used to them tackles, to be honest.
No.
But what a tackle that was by Dier. No way was that a yellow card. Phenomenal tackle. He's got the ball. Yeah, he got blatantly got the ball there.
He's the new hero of Anfield.
Great tackle.
I thought it was a good tackle. I think that's a conversation in itself, isn't it? How football has changed. Stuart Collins says, "Get in." That's a sad indictment of football. I mean, Stuart Pearce wouldn't last 5 minutes today. He wouldn't anyway because he's in his 50s. But if he was a footballer in his prime, I remember whenever it was when Trevor Sinclair was at QPR and he was like the flavour of the month. He was scoring overhead kick bangers and everything. And I don't know whether he was at Forest or West Ham in them days, or maybe Newcastle. But I just remember it being on Match of the Day and Pearce was playing against him, and right in the first 2 minutes, he just put the ball into the crowd. It was just like, it was player first, then the ball. But in those days, you could get away with it. These days, you can't do a tackle where you take the ball, then the player, like Dier did there. It's classed as reckless, but I think it's a shame.
Essentially, I was seeing a lot of the ball in the midfield. Saul as well, getting hold of the ball, dictating the play. I think it's down to Eric Dier here to break that up.
Pep says, "Will you do the only 15 years old?" It was only 16 years old. It's not 15 years old. It is 16-year-old. It was only supposed to blow the bloody doors off. That was rubbish. I will not bury another Batman. But you should be quite good at that if you went deep, Marcus.
I'm no good at impressions, mate. No good at all.
Another corner for Spain.
Yeah.
Drawty was moaning about this earlier. It's on Sky, this game. England games, should they be everywhere? I certainly think so. I don't think it should be behind a paywall, but there we go.
No, yeah, I do miss the days where they used to be on the ITV and stuff. They should go back to that, I think. Seeing as it's a national game, isn't it? Everyone should be allowed to watch it, I think.
Yeah.
Great ball there.
Yeah, that's De Gea's all day.
Yeah. Unlucky. Spain seem to be pushing a lot of men forward here. England picking it up in the midfield.
Yeah.
That's a foul, ref. Come on, surely. No? Ooh. Yeah. He has brought that one up. That's all right then. Kieran Brooks says UEFA gave Sky the rights. Oh, okay. So how's your day been, Mark? Eventful?
Yeah. The Ultimate Team stream was as I said, it wasn't banter. It was absolutely annoying. But apart from that, good. Didn't get a lot of sleep.
Did you actually break your controller?
I think the red one's already broke from career mode.
Oh, right, okay.
It's in the bin now.
Right.
It might be coincidental, but every time I play with it, some of them passes were just ridiculous. And then I went to the black controller and it was fine. So
maybe you did have a problem with your X button then for your passing.
I suppose if you smash it on a table enough, it might break.
Oh, yeah, it might do. Yeah, especially if you chuck it across the floor as well. That's the one that the little one hid, was it?
Yeah, Leighton Green. I would love George Best on Ultimate Team. I know I've gone about Roy Keane and that, but I would love to get George Best as well.
Oh, we've got George Carlin snaps in the comments, moderating. That's good.
How's the best? Just quickly, because England are passing it out the back here. A lot of people, I sort of watch a bit on Ultimate Team to sort of get to know about it, and a lot of you have helped me, and Marcus has helped me as well. But how do you... I spent a tenner today on packs, and I only did it because I had a tenner in my pocket sort of thing, and I thought, well, that justifies a pay on PayPal. He's in, Sterling. 1-0. 1-0 England. Took it well. Flag stayed down.
Get in.
Hands on your hips, hands in the air. He took it really well. It was a good pass by Rashford. England 1-0 up, and that has put the cat amongst the pigeons, Marcus.
That has. What a fantastic break. That all started as well from the ball from Pickford. Straight through the middle to Dier. Dier out to the left to Rashford. Takes it with one touch. Sterling, top left-hand corner. De Gea just stood there. Could not do nothing. Brilliant play by
the pass
England
by
there.
Rashford's perfect.
Yeah, the pass by Rashford. He takes it in his stride, gets it down. Straight into Sterling. Goal. Fantastic goal. And De Gea, absolutely no chance. Just rooted to the spot.
Yeah, it was a bit like Michael Owen against Argentina, the way he put it in. No one can do anything about that. And it's 1-0. To England. See a few people calling him a snake. Well, it's actually all Stuart Collins because he's a Liverpool fan. But absolutely lovely finish. Can't fault that. Yeah. And no, fair play. If England can get a result here, that'd be very good for old Southgate and as English folk.
Does anyone actually know how this tournament works? I mean, because I've not seen a table or anything like that, knowing where we are in this league, I suppose.
I was on 90 Minutes Football a few weeks ago, and the lads were talking about it before I went live, and I just sat nodding my head. I don't get it. I was saying the other night, does this mean that you qualify for the qualifiers then? And they were like, no, there are qualifiers still. So there is, I think there's a mini tournament in the summer.
Okay.
Tell you what, you interact with the chat and I'll have a look. Spain are on the attack now, though.
So it's Spain coming down our left.
Over.
Turn Trippier. Shot high and wide.
Funny enough, if you start writing "How does the nations" and it'll come in.
Yeah. George Kyle doesn't even know, so it must be confusing because George is quite knowledgeable and knows a lot. But just watching that goal back from Sterling, absolutely fantastic goal. No goalie is saving that.
No. De Gea knows as well.
Yeah. De Gea's going to the left. He's thinking Sterling's going to his left-hand side, but gone the complete opposite.
You'll like this, Marcus. BBC say that the Nations League is the backdoor route to Euro 2020.
Okay, right.
So it says, is it a complicated irrelevance or for some the best route to 2020? UEFA's 59. Let me read this and I'll summarise instead of rather reading it.
George says it's 3. That's Sterling's first goal in 3 years. Well, been that long, is it? Pep Guardiola says X Factor and chill. No, not for me. Don't watch that. You watch that, Mark? X Factor?
Nah.
No? Oh, a lot of rubbish. Who scored for England? Says Snaps. It was Sterling. About 3 minutes ago. Jam says, if Spain win, I believe they go to the finals in May or June. Whoever wins the group goes to the finals, I think. Okay, so there is a purpose to this group then.
What's he say?
If Spain, whoever wins the group, basically goes to the finals. Because he's put here, if Spain win, I believe they go to the finals in May or June. Whoever wins this group goes to the finals, I think. And Ed is watching the Great British Bake Off. Oh, Jared's in the comments as well. Cool.
The Bake Off's not even on tonight, Ed. I'm trying to understand this, and
Hiya, Michael. Leighton says you definitely watch Emmerdale. There's no comment that, Leighton, so could be yes.
I'm lost in this Champions League, this Nations League thing. So if you finish top of your little group, and England have got Spain and Croatia, they play home and away with the top team finishing top being promoted to a higher tier and the nation finishing bottom dropping down one. And in a final flourish, the 4 nations who win the groups in the top tier will advance to a knockout finals next June to decide the Nations League winner. If you look at it, you realise that the system of the domestic club league...
Tawanda, it's on Sky Sports main event. Right, 4 group winning nations in each league make the 16-team playoffs in March 2020, says Jacob. Do you know what? I really wish they just keep it to like the traditional format of the Euros and the World Cups. So Spain have got a corner here, left-hand side, deep into the box.
What a load of wank this is. So basically, there's League A, League B, League C, and League D, and there are England's obviously got Spain, Croatia, and England in it, but there are other Group A's was like Germany and Holland and teams like that in it. So there'll be 4 of those teams that finish top who play against each other in the summer. And then the winner of that, I ain't got a clue. It's an absolute joke. To be honest, I haven't got a clue how it works. I really haven't.
It's so confusing.
It's a load of bollocks. That's what it is. You can qualify for the Euros if you can figure it out, I think. I don't think you need to play football. I think you just have to... The first person to figure out how the UEFA Nations Cup works, you get to qualify for the Euros. That's how it works. There we go. Right. Kieran Burns says, if England win their group, they're in the Nations League semi-final and qualify for the Euros. Bottom team relegated in second place get a seed for the Euros groups. Fucking hell. I don't think that's right either.
That's a bit unfair, isn't it, really? But all in, straight at Pickford from free kick.
Basically, England are in the sort of Group A section. There's 4 Group A sections. If you finish top of it, you play next June in a tournament with the 4 Group A's, and then obviously Group B's got the same. But and somehow some of those teams then get a playoff to play in the Euros if they don't qualify through the normal route. So I don't know. It just means loads of bloody loads of international breaks. That's what it means.
Yeah, it does seem a bit pointless. If they got the format of qualified normally for the Euros, I mean, what would happen then? If England qualify for the Euros through this way, then would they drop out of their group then and be replaced by someone else, or what?
I don't know.
So
I mean, like
strange.
Douglas James
So
once
weird.
made a contribution. He says the Nations League is the most nonsensical tournament in the history of international football, completely and utterly pointless, and I don't like it at all. I just don't like international breaks. I don't mind international football in the summer. I think it fills a void, and like I said, the World Cup was fantastic, but it's a joke.
Yeah, really, I mean, Spain getting plenty of possession here, England getting pushed further and further back.
Ollie's right, it's about money. It's about making international friendlies, which are crap. These are just glorified international friendlies with a tournament, but a tournament that doesn't mean anything because it's brand new and it's not the World Cup and it's not the Euros. So they've come up with this convoluted way of offering qualifying for those major tournaments. But this just means no international friendlies, doesn't it? They're just trying to make international friendlies more interesting and sell more tickets.
Yeah. Trying to make him as though there is a point to it now. But when you've got a competition like this that no one can make head nor tail of, it's pretty pointless. I mean, Winter isn't having a great start so far.
Yeah, Liam McCaulfield says, I think we can all agree that the international breaks are the worst things ever. You'll be surprised, mate. I've tweeted that out and you'll get some people saying, you're anti-England and nonsense, I love the international break. Some countries love the international break. I think the South American countries tend to really enjoy it. But they have very competitive qualification process for the World Cup, but also they have the is it the Copa America, which is very competitive as well.
There's a great tackle there.
Some people do really enjoy it.
Great tackle there by Chilwell on Aspas coming down the left-hand side. Tried a couple of tricks, but Chilwell stayed with him.
Anyway, going back to my original question, just very quickly, selfish Goldbridge here. How do you get loads of coins? How do you earn coins on FIFA without buying them? Because I spent £10 today to open some packs because I was just a little bit bored, and it was a waste of £10. The packs were shit. I opened up about 7 packs and they were absolute crap. So, how do people get these teams full of players? Because I don't think you can really. It's good in a way because buying packs doesn't necessarily help you out, does it? So how do you do it?
No.
Is it just winning games and you get coins, or?
It's right. You can go let's say the legal route of doing it normally by playing games, winning the coins, buying packs, and hoping that you get a decent player, and then selling them off for a fortune, or you go according to EA, the illegal route that can get you banned and pay real money for coins to be deposited on your account. That's it. That's the only way you can do it. So, in theory, well, no, it's not theory, but basically...
Yeah, there are YouTubers out there who are clearly sponsored by these people as well.
Yeah.
And EA obviously doesn't really give a shit because these YouTubers have got millions of subscribers, and it's like, before I talk to you about my tutorial on shooting, buy 1,000 coins through link in the video description, and it's like they all do it.
Yeah,
they've been around for years.
You get the daily challenges and the weekly challenges, which give you bare coins. Like 200 coins for doing a challenge. The bare essentials basically. SBCs, I think they can give you money and decent players as well. But I think, correct me if I'm wrong, the comments will know this, but I think the players you get from the SBCs are untradeable. I'm not 100% certain on that, but I think they are untradeable. So you would have to
because that Lucas Moura that everyone's got the last season, it's Hazard now, but it was Moura, and you can't trade him. He's got no value. He's just obviously a good player to have, but you can't trade him.
Right. So what you want to do is like Ryan Curry says here, buy all the coin boosts on the catalogue. So you would press your R3 stick in, which takes you to the catalogue. Yeah. The only other way that I know to get really good amount of coins each week is by playing the division rivals, I think it is.
That's what
and every week you get a reward. I'm quite regularly getting, so far at the minute, the 52 grand each week. So I can't remember what tier that is.
I think we're going to have a game, Marcus. You're obviously playing this game on the quiet.
I'm actually not. I've actually put it to one side at the minute. I'm playing Call of Duty at the minute. But I think the division rivals is the way to go. If you aim for the 52 grand tier, I can't remember what tier it is. It could be like the first gold tier or something like that. And then every week you get the 52 grand and just do that constantly. But it would take ages. Great save by Pickford again. So, that is the only way I know.
Jared Pesserman says, FIFA screws your wallet worse than a hooker in New York City. Rashford's in again here. And he does score this time. 2-0 to England. 2-0. And it's smash and grab. It's smash and grab. 2-0. Brilliant. Well done, England there. Lovely. But I'll have to see who gets the assist here. De Gea's furious, but it's great from England. England,
yeah. But the absolute travelling supporters absolutely ecstatic. I think that was a mistake from the number 4.
Ain't gonna miss this one. Is it Harry Kane? It's a lovely ball by Harry Kane.
Yeah,
and Rashford takes it down well and finishes it well. He's obviously been doing some practicing. Again, playing right on the offside, not offside, and nothing De Gea can do from there.
No. De Gea beaten fair and square for both goals.
I tell you can't knock the Sterling, Rashford and Kane. They've all been involved in these first 2 goals, and the assist and finishing on both of them has been absolutely fantastic. And yes, Spain have had a lot of possession, but England on the break have put themselves in a fantastic position here to get this over the line.
Yeah, definitely. There goes my prediction out the window.
Well, mine's gone. I said 3-0 Spain.
Yeah. But yeah, I think I read on the on Sky Sports that Spain are unbeaten in 38 competitive matches at home, I think, at the minute. So this would be really, really good for England to stop that. I mean, it's a youthful squad as well. Let's not forget that. It's not the most experienced squad out there either. Three new players in there tonight. They're dealing with the Spanish threat quite well.
Yeah, they're defending well and then hitting on the break.
Yeah, they are. They're absolutely fantastic. I mean, Chilwell, he's been absolutely superb this first half.
I liked Chilwell when he played against United the first game of the season. I thought he was the man of the match. Even though United won the game, I thought he was absolutely brilliant. So, yes.
Really, really good. I think Barkley's done pretty good as well in these 2 games so far. I mean, England on the break again. Harry Kane, he's got some strength, isn't he, that lad? Go on, Die, get in there.
Rashford had to sit down.
No, he's played on.
Yeah.
We're on the break again, 3 against 3. Sterling into Kane.
Oh, was he onside? He was off.
Offside. Oh. I think we could do with Harry Kane getting a goal tonight for his confidence. But unlucky. Good bit of brilliant play there again from England. Yeah, I think Rashford knew he was offside there, wasn't he?
Virgil Hainsey says, brilliant to be watching last night's show on the United stand and watching Rashford tear it up. Oh, come on, mate. You know, Rashford putting the ball in the back of the net and getting an assist doesn't solve the problems of Marcus Rashford at Manchester United. He's very, very, very inconsistent and not being used in the right way. I mean, he just isn't. And I still think if he does well tonight, it's just another verification for me that he needs to go out on loan, because whilst we've got Lukaku, I don't see Rashford getting the game time at United.
I think the only way he's going to get the game time is if there's a change in manager. Yeah, I think it's pretty clear that Mourinho doesn't trust him as much as he should do. So I think he's proven under Van Gaal that he can do the job, but he should definitely be getting more chances at United than what he's getting now.
Well, I've always said Marshall and Rashford are my favourite two players at United. I mean, there's a few people in the live comments saying, you got it wrong about Rashford. I don't know what I actually said last night other than go on loan, and that he needs to work on his final ball and his finishing.
Well, they can't. He's down the left here. They can't stop him.
But the thing is, I mean, I suppose it's the flip-flop element of the modern football fan, isn't it? And I'm sure Liverpool and Arsenal and Chelsea fans would agree with me here, because it's the United fans who are acting like flip-flops here with Rashford. The reality is, he gets into very good positions. Of course, he's going to have a game where he scores some of them, but on Friday night, he missed two absolute sitters. Yeah. On Saturday, against Chelsea, he might miss the chances again. The point with Rashford is that he needs to be scoring 90% of these chances, and at the moment, he's scoring about 50%. So it's not, tonight he's took his chance brilliantly well, and his final ball for the assist on Sterling was superb. But on another night, he messes that up. And to go to that next level, like your top players, your passing, your final ball, your finishing, it's got to be 90. No one's saying he's got to score every time, because that's not real. But he's got to be doing it 90% of the time. And I think the only way Rashford does that is by not sitting on his arse on the bench at United and by starting games. And Southgate starts him. And like Pogba at France, and I think Rashford's the same. Rashford looks better in an England shirt than he does in a United shirt. And I think that's because Southgate manages him better.
Yeah, definitely. I think what he does for England, whether he comes off the bench or whether he's starting a game, he always has an impact. He always seems energetic and lively. You just don't see that very often at United. I don't know, it's got to be something all Spain in. No, corner. No, goal kick. Okay. I just think, like you said there, the mismanagement of him, it's a really, really bad decision by Jose. I think he should have a bit more faith in the youngsters coming through. I mean, if the senior players aren't doing the job out on the pitch, then bring some new life into the team. You get the youngsters play without fear, don't you? So let them go for it. Spain are playing a very high line. Very high line. They're almost up on the halfway line. Oh, actually, they're all camped out in England's half now. Robbie Stone says it's United's own fault for having three left wingers. Only ever going to see one starting.
Well, yeah, we shouldn't have bought Sanchez. It was a waste of money.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, just very quickly there, with England are coasting in this one 2-0, which is absolutely fantastic. Please do subscribe to the channel if you're new. That's football. Loads going on it over the season. Obviously, my FIFA Ultimate Team stuff is on here at the moment. I think my career mode will definitely be back on my Goldbridge channel, but I might just keep the Ultimate Team stuff on here for continuity. So do subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. But just looking ahead to the weekend, be on the United stand, this one, our United channel. England versus Chelsea.
United versus Chelsea.
Sorry, yeah, United versus Chelsea. Be a difficult game for Ross Barkley, that one, England versus Chelsea. But What are your thoughts on that? Have you got any confidence that United can get something? Because that's like Flex says last night. I think the further away you get from the last result and the closer you get to the next game, it's just natural that you sort of fall into that trap. Well, it might not be a trap of positivity, even though we've got a terrible record there.
Yeah, I think when you look at the last game against Newcastle, to me, 2-0 down, we should never have been in that situation in the first place against a team that's going to be fighting relegation. And it took the dying minutes of extra time to get it back. Sterling's in here. I'm not completely convinced that Jose's turned it around or is going to turn it around. And I think the time of the game as well is not really suiting for United. Was it a 12:30 kickoff? I think it is.
Mm.
Straight
after an international break, it's not great, is it? Apparently, I'm talking about it on the United stand a little bit. Trippier's on the attack here. Cross coming in. Rashford can't get ahead of his fullback. So England get a third one, and this is over. Mourinho's been to Chelsea 3 times with... Here we go. That's got to be in. It is 3-0, and it's Sterling, and England have just Luis Enrique's going to get the sack here. This is just brilliant. You sense the third goal was coming, and they've just been annihilated. The heads have dropped. It's just ridiculous. That will be the game. I think 2-0 is always dangerous, but it's just amazing. 3-0 England. Open your eyes.
It's phenomenal football again. I mean, great ball from Barkley there, over the top to Harry Kane. Knocks it across the face of goal, in by Sterling. But leading up to that, the interception by Eric Dier that gives the ball to Barkley, I thought was fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. But, I mean, Harry Kane, what a touch that is to lay it off to Sterling. And then, but De Gea looks absolutely bewildered.
Well, I'm sure there'll be people there having a pop at De Gea, which is just ridiculous because he couldn't have done anything about any of those goals. But the funny thing is, not only is Spain losing 3-0 in Spain, which is there'll be some major meltdown from that. It's nice for England to be making a statement on the world stage again. And I certainly felt that in the World Cup we probably overachieved because I just felt Dele Alli and Lingard were just a banter midfield too, and Henderson was overworked. I think this midfield 3 is better. Dier, Winks and Barkley is much better than Ali, Lingard and Henderson. Maybe not on individual quality levels, but as a balance because they're all hard working. It's better on that level. But I mean, if Rashford could finish, we would have beaten Croatia in Croatia as well. We would be top in this group. So I don't know. Have Spain played Croatia already in this? I don't know whether they have, and maybe they haven't because we've played.
Jacob O.C. says he predicted 3-0 England. Well done to you.
Give us the lottery numbers as well.
But Luis Enrique looks absolutely shell-shocked. Saw Ramos in the papers giving it the big talk, saying that if they beat England, it's something to take notice of. But England, they've just looked absolutely fantastic this first half. Absolutely fantastic. I think it's down to what you said, Mark, that midfield of Barkley, Winks and Eric Dier. You've got a natural CDM there who's playing at a decent club as well in Spurs. And then you've got Barkley getting regular football at Chelsea as well. So, Harry Winks as well. It helps that he knows him.
Yeah.
It's really, really good football by England this first half.
Well, I was going to say before England got the third goal that 2-0 is always dangerous because Spain get one back and then, you're obviously going to be parking the bus. But 3-0, it should put them in the box seat now.
Should do, yeah. Definitely.
I don't mind Henderson as much, Kieran Byrne. It was more in the World Cup, Lingard and Ali are just crap midfielders and together. They're not crap, but to put both, you've got to play one of those. And actually, I think at an international level, you need 3 workhorse midfielders with a bit of flair. And Dele Alli and Jesse Lingard especially, they're not workhorse midfielders at all. Yeah. So I felt England did overreach in the World Cup because the midfield just wasn't that good. But you're not dreaming. We are winning 3-0 in Spain, and deservedly so. And we're not even at half-time yet. Apparently Spain beat Croatia 6-0, says Canal.
I don't think that's true.
I think they did, It does ring a bell.
Well, I've seen someone say that Spain beat Croatia 4-2, and I've seen someone say Spain beat Croatia 17-0. So
I think they did beat them, though. They have played each other. So Spain are probably going to top this group anyway, really, because Spain did beat us at Wembley, didn't they?
Yeah. Snap says, I wonder if we will get another goal. I think we will do. I think Spain's second half are going to have to come out and play a bit more adventurous now. I mean, in fairness to Spain, though, when they've got the ball forward, apart from the save at the back post in the early minutes by Pickford, I can't think of anything else he's had to do. No.
Well, it's about time we had an entertaining international watch-along. It was 6-0. A lot of people are saying, sit down, Marcus, you're wrong. There you go.
It was 6. Well, someone just says there, it was 6-2, it was 6-1.
There's loads saying 6-0 now.
Yeah.
Although someone said 6-1.
Yeah. 8-0.
We got over 2,000 people watching, which is great. I'm sure a lot of people are enjoying this game if they are English. Make sure you subscribe if you're new, bottom right-hand corner. Get involved with That's Football. We do watch-alongs on here. And we'll just have a look at what we'll be doing next week, actually, because we have got the Champions League coming up. So I just want to pick a game for that. European football. Champions League.
Harry Kane's got it at the edge of the box. Out of Rashford, Sterling.
Obviously, United versus Juventus next Tuesday will be on the United stand. And then Wednesday night, Liverpool are playing Red Star. Spurs are playing PSV. So it's not really a great pick, actually. I might do Dortmund, Atletico Madrid, or PSG Napoli, actually. Because the English games are a little bit of dead rubber.
Well, PSG and Napoli would be a good one.
Yeah.
Considering Napoli beat Liverpool, didn't they?
Paris Spurs are playing at 6 o'clock against PSV.
Yeah. Not the greatest of games, but interesting ones.
Yeah, Spurs.
Aspas. Great block again by Chilwell. Corner to Spain, right hand side.
Jack Coleman's Irish, and he feels sick. You never know, mate. One day Ireland might come to Spain and we'd be 3-0 up at half time. I must admit, though, I mean, I don't know whether Spain are resting players, but when I looked at their team, there are, obviously it's the changing of the guard. It's a long time since it was Xavi and Iniesta. And, I don't know what happened. I don't know what's happened to Douglas Costa. It was a break here now.
Barkley's picked it up.
He needs an overlap. A bit like me on FIFA here. He's stuck in that position. Yeah, that was like me on FIFA.
Yeah. Sterling. Back post, Harry Kane.
He blew that bit. Yeah. That's like me on FIFA, that is. Get to the final third and don't really know what I'm doing. But, and then you look at their team now, it's got, Aspas in it, who I think is crap. It doesn't look a strong Spain team.
No. It looks ordinary, I think, with the one or two great players in it. England throw. I mean, obviously Ramos is. Well. Yeah, Ramos is obviously still there, and De Gea and Asensio's coming through.
Chilwell's been class as Ryan Moss. Yep, I agree, mate.
Yeah, definitely. I think he's been fantastic. I think Sterling's had a good first half as well.
Yes.
Really good. I think England's back four has been absolutely solid as a rock.
Yeah, and the Magician's right. They've been absolutely superb on the counter. I mean, if you look at especially the first two goals as well, the way that they've, the assists are almost as good as the finishing. It's absolutely superb. What the assist from Rashford, the assist from Kane, really, really good. So they're well worth it. And the goal, they're not lucky goals as well. the finishing's been very good, but I always look at how a goal is created, and I think the assists on both those goals were superb. So, well done, England, and probably out of sight, Marcus, to be fair.
I think so. Yeah, I think it's probably game over. Like I said before the game kicked off, I thought it was going to be a draw, but I'm absolutely blown away by England's performance. Very, very classy, very professional performance. They've used the ball well, counter-attacked exceptionally well, and the finishing. I mean, when you got the best goalie in the world just rooted to the spot, what more can you say about it? Absolutely fantastic overall, I think.
Yes, definitely, and I don't think there will be a way back for Spain. I mean, in a different world, I suppose they might get a draw out of it, but their heads definitely seem to drop. I did really sense that third goal was coming.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, England, the way England were picking the ball up in midfield, Spain played quite a few loose passes, but they're playing a very high line as well. I've seen Ramos and the other centre back. They're virtually up on the halfway line. Sometimes they're even further inside England's half, and the pace of Sterling and Rashford is causing all sorts of problems down the flanks, and they just can't keep up with them. So fair play, Gareth Southgate, for masterminding that.
Definitely. Southgate is Manchester United manager. No, Matthew Betts. International football is nothing to write home about. Give credit where it's due. Stop playing down Spain, says Cress Welsing. I don't think either of us have done that, to be fair. No. So sit down with your irrelevant capital letter question. Love that front three at City. Rashford, Kane and Sterling. What City? Birmingham. I don't think Man City want that front three, to be honest. I think they've got a better one. I don't think I've seen a better England, says Adebayoa. It's good. It is good. And Stuart Collins says De Gea is so bad. I'm not even going to... Shouldn't have even read it. Because De Gea is not... No goalkeeper does anything with any of those shots, to be honest. Barkley's been good, says Georgies. Yes. Fixed timer for second half. No, Chris. Stop playing down Spain, says Mirza. Did you play down Spain, Marcus? Because there's a few people saying that.
No, I don't think so.
Idel Blogger says wait for the comeback. Could be happened.
I mean, the good thing
Are you on the live comments? Because Stuart Collins really does need a timeout. Opinion on MUFC takeover. Go and watch the United stand, mate. And who scored the goals? The front three. Sterling, Rashford and Harry Kane. So, lovely goal.
Yeah, I think when you look at the bench as well, I mean, England got some pretty exciting players on the bench. I mean, we talked about Sancho as well. I mean, the speed and what he can bring to the game will be exciting to see in the second half. And I think you said in the first half, Mark, he maybe should have started this game as well, shouldn't he?
I think so. Yeah. I think so.
Yeah, it'll be good to see these young lads have a good try out against decent opposition, but their game plan just has gone completely out the window. Completely out the window for Spain.
Charles Manson says the UEFA Nation Leagues is coming home. I don't think even winning this will finish top of the group, to be honest, because Spain have smashed Croatia. They beat us at Wembley, so as long as they beat Croatia in Croatia, then they will qualify with 9 points, because I think the most we can get is 7, isn't it? So they'll probably qualify anyway with regards to that. But as an isolated going to Spain and winning, I think it was you who said it, Marcus, that they haven't lost in Spain for a long time.
No, that's right. Yeah, 38 games, 38 competitive games they haven't lost. So this will be a fantastic achievement, I think, for Southgate, and a good marker to put down, I think, as well. I mean, Southgate can use this game on, for future performances as well in the tournament and the major tournaments.
Goatsburg Stofford says, I'm a Swedish England fan and I love it. Hope we can do the same with Spurs against Barcelona. Matthew Betts says, Mark, can you make the FIFA streams even longer or more often? I do them every day for over an hour, mate. I think that's enough, to be honest. If Cortez struggles at Real, do you think we'd swap him for De Gea, says Alec M? I don't know. And
I was just watching the first goal back here. Great kick out by Pickford, straight to Harry Kane.
Rashford
into Sterling, goal.
Yeah. It's just quick on the break. This is what United need to do. We're so slow on the build-up. You can't score goals like this. United can't score goals like this. Ow. I can whack my mic. United can't score goals like that because the ball is so slow from back to front. And England, what they've done today is move ball quickly from back to front. Apparently, I can play subscribers on Ultimate Team. I don't know how to do it, but I'm happy to do it, but I don't know how to do it. Joshua Carton's depressed. Last time they lost was 2003 against Greece in a World Cup qualifier, says Jamie Huggle. So 15 years, yeah.
Yeah. The second goal was a big kick out again by Pickford. Harry Kane brought it down really well, held it up, and again straight into Rashford goal.
Manuel Carmen says that Spain are not playing their best 11. Well, I'm just looking at their squad and trying to think who's not playing who normally would play because their bench. Well, he's not on the bench.
No, yeah. I mean, that's it.
Azpilicueta's on the bench. Coke's on the bench. He wouldn't be a starter normally. Geyer, a left back. There's nothing on their bench that would be stand out. Definitely would start. I mean, Douglas Costa. I don't know where he is. I'm not Spanish. I don't follow what goes on with Spain. But Pedro, does he even get picked anymore?
Diego Costa, does he?
Yeah. Diego Costa is who I meant. I think I said Douglas, didn't I? He's Brazilian. So is Diego, actually. But Saul, Niguez, Busquets, Thiago, Rodrigo, Asensio. No PK, of course. I don't know whether he's injured as well. So, yeah, there's one or two missing, but they're not even in the squad either. So I don't know. I can only think of maybe 2 or 3 Spanish players. Isco obviously would one. Costa another one.
I mean, you'd argue that Winks and Barkley wouldn't be the main starters for the England team either.
No, exactly.
Gomez as well. I mean, Carl Walker's on the bench, I think, for England. So I mean, both teams have got 2 or 3 proper players missing that would normally start the full game. But I think you can only play what's in front of you. So it's. Both teams might not be at their best. A lot of
people are saying that is Spain's strongest team because obviously David Silva, Iniesta, people like that have retired. The only thing I can think of are Manuel Cameron is saying Alba, Isco, Silva, Pedro, Costa. Well, that's only 5, and I think 2 of those would probably be debatable whether they would start anyway. And actually, would those play? It's not like they're missing, Ronaldo and Messi, is it? I mean, in all fairness, David Silva, if he's not retired, I don't know whether he'd make a lot of difference, or Isco, or Costa. Certainly not Pedro, and I don't think Alba would either. I mean, England have defended very, very well, and the goals they've scored, I don't think would have been preventable. So, and Marcus is right. England are playing a couple of players that probably wouldn't normally play either. So, I don't think Isco. I mean, Isco's a good player, but he didn't tear in Europe up, and he hasn't torn Europe up, and he didn't tear the World Cup up either. He's a good player, but he's not. His absence isn't like, that's why England are winning 3-0. And you're in Spain as well, so sit down and have a sip of sangria, eat your paella, and have a siesta because you're losing 3-0. Stop being bitter about it. Tell you what, that sangria is lethal. I was having some of that in Mallorca in the summer. It is lethal. It tastes nice, but it will knock your head off.
How many did you manage?
About 3 jugs.
Is it? Jugs?
I didn't drink it again.
Oh dear. Apparently PK's retired. He retired after the World Cup.
All right. Okay. There you go. Then.
Okay. Yeah. So I mean, Spain, they've got, they're missing a few players through retirement, but that's not England's fault.
No.
So you can only play what's in front of you. So that probably is then Spain's near enough full strength team.
David Silva's retired as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So I mean, what do you think on the first half, Mark, from England perspective?
Rubbish. I don't like international football. No, seriously though, it's very impressive what they've done. Very impressive, and I think that Southgate and England deserve a lot of credit. I do worry about Southgate. I do feel that he's obviously a massive step up on the last sort of 15 years of managers that we've had, but I didn't really agree with the the sort of nonsense that's thrown out there that he's the best thing since sliced bread. But I think what he has done superbly well is brought a cohesion and a belief to England and a style of football that actually works. And those 3 goals were very unlike England traditional goals. Very, very good passing and very good finishing, and it's great to see. I mean, I grew up with the likes of the Scholes and the Nevilles, and even further back with the Gascoignes, and we had some good tournaments, but you always were waiting for the stray pass because it was never really what we're about, the ball possession and the movement of the ball. And what I've liked tonight and bits in the World Cup as well is that England can actually play a bit of football, which is something we've always been inferior to compared to the likes of our European and South American counterparts. So it is good what England are doing, and I think it's getting to the point now where England are hopefully going to become, over the next, you mentioned some of the young players coming through as well, over the next sort of 8 years, consistently being a team that can go and mix it up with the best, which would be great.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely. I mean, did you watch the Germany and Holland?
No. I saw some clips. I saw Boateng being put on his arse.
Apparently the Depay had an absolutely fantastic game in there as well. So, you wouldn't have thought, going back a couple of years ago, that Holland would be beating Germany like that, quite convincingly as well. I never predicted this result tonight either. So it just goes to show that these teams that are, the lesser teams, I suppose, in a way, in international football, are getting better and better. They've gone through that period of rebuilding now, and the trust is coming from the new managers that are coming in to bring the youngsters through, not to rely on the so-called big names, the stars of the football. Express yourself. You use the youngsters, give them a go. They might surprise you. And fair play to Southgate. That's what he's done.
Yeah. Jita says this is how you use Sterling as a winger. And come on England, says Jay Spurs. If Spain start pressing more, we could counter a couple more goals, says Lee Matthews. Yeah, it's a very difficult game for Spain now because they are open to the press. But I'm just looking at the weekend fixtures there. Chelsea United on Saturday lunchtime. Absolutely can't wait. Can't wait. Not expecting a lot. I'm not expecting a lot. I'm sure, I know that's football, so it's open for everybody, but that is the big game of the weekend. You might have a Chelsea fan here. You might be a Liverpool fan. Obviously a lot of people will be watching that before their own games. And, I fully expect United to lose it, but I think that's what makes it a little bit more exciting because our record at Chelsea is terrible anyway. So, go there, get a result. It could be the catalyst that Mourinho needs, or it could be the nail in the coffin he doesn't need.
Well, so he's got a big few weeks coming up, hasn't he, now? I mean, was it Chelsea, Juventus, Everton? Was it Bournemouth after that?
I think in many ways, he should look at this game tonight and think, that's what I could do to Chelsea. Because, I guarantee you Spain have had more of the ball. And I bet Chelsea will have more of the ball as well. But if we're quick and effective on the break, which I think is a big if. I think we've got the players to do it. But whether Mourinho allows that to happen or not is another thing. But, it's not impossible for England, for Manchester United to go and beat Chelsea. But I think I'll be surprised.
Yeah, I think with the way the form has been since the very first game of the season, I think that if he's going to get a result against Chelsea, he needs to play Rashford and Martial for me on the wings. He's got to use their pace to get behind Chelsea's back three or back four, whatever the guy plays. But it's going to be a tough test. It's going to be the real first big test for me. And I don't know. I just think everything is. I just think everything goes against United, to be honest.
Yeah, Sheris Kamath Fitness, thanks for the contribution. He says Mason Greenwood has been killing it in the under-18s. Yeah, he's a brilliant talent coming through at Manchester United. But look, somebody just said there, would I be Mourinho in if we won against Chelsea? No. And you know why? No, I'd be absolutely over the moon. I'd give him all the praise he deserves because he would deserve praise. But I think the flip-flopping needs to stop. I do. I really think because what if we beat Chelsea and then we get stuffed by Juventus on the Tuesday night and then lose to Everton at home? I think what needs to happen now is if you're Mourinho in, you're Mourinho in. If you're Mourinho out, you're Mourinho out. And you're going to have to... It doesn't mean you're going to stay like that forever, but if we beat Chelsea at the weekend and you're a Mourinho outer before it, I wouldn't be Mourinho in after it. I'd be going, right, that's good. Let's see what happens in the game next and the next one. Maybe look at it over 3 or 4 games. And again, if you're Mourinho in and we lose to Chelsea, I wouldn't go Mourinho out for losing to Chelsea either. I think stay with where you are after the result at the weekend and see what happens in the game after that. Because the board are going to do that, Marcus. They're not going to... If we get beat by Chelsea on Saturday, he ain't getting the sack. So I just think wherever you are at the moment, maybe stick with that for 3 or 4 games and just see. You know, if we beat Chelsea, beat Juventus, beat Everton, beat Bournemouth, then I'll be starting to think, and we're playing good football, I'll be like, you know what, this is a change, this is good. Let's give it another chance. But at the moment, it's going to take more than what would be a very, very great win against Chelsea.
Yeah, definitely. I think the key bit there is the good football. Playing a good way. I mean that's what we all want. We just want to see good football, and it's so simple. I think for him to do that with the players that he's got at his disposal. A lot of those players want to play forward attacking football. They don't want to sit there, tracking back all the bloody time and playing the 5-yard passes and playing it safe. They want to attack. So, he just will not give in to his ways. He's such an arrogant man that his way is the right way, and that's it. It's if you don't like it, then it's tough. There's the door, basically.
Definitely. Chewy says that Jose would need to win 90% of the games up until the new year and play expansive football for me to change my mind, which I think is a very, 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 very fair point. Yeah. Everton are going to beat them, apparently, says Gary. I think Everton, I don't know enough about Everton this season. They have got a decent squad, they've got a decent manager, but you went to Arsenal and lost, and that makes me think, how do you expect to come to Old Trafford and win? I think, not that you can't, because Newcastle probably should have beat us as well. I just think, are Everton still suffering with that thing that they always suffered with, even when they were decent under Moyes? They'd be around the top 4 but never beat the top 4. So that's what Everton need to do, is they need to start beating the teams in the top 4, which they never seem to do.
Yeah, definitely. I thought Everton, with their new manager in this season, they spent quite a bit of money as well. I think they could cause a problem, but United should be beating these teams at home. They really should. They shouldn't be struggling to the likes of Newcastle and Wolves and, getting bare bones results at the last minute. The game really should be over and done with within 60 minutes, in my eyes. But England on a break again. De Gea came a long way out there.
Sweeper keeper.
Yeah, a long way out. Oh, dear. 063 MVET says we're going to lose to Chelsea, Everton and Bournemouth. Mark, what makes you think that we're going to beat anybody in the top half? Newcastle should have beat us, Wolves should have, and Leicester. Got a point there. I think we scraped the result against Leicester. I think Wolves played the better football, and 2-0 down at Newcastle at half time was horrendous. Never could have imagined that at all. Mark, would you take a picture of Phil Jones if you saw him in real life? Says hell no.
Who? Phil Jones. Would I take a picture if I saw him?
Yeah. Would you take a picture of Phil Jones if you saw him in real life?
No. That's not how I work.
Huh?
I would never be stood at Old Trafford waiting for bloody autographs and stuff. No. I know a lot of people do love all that, but it doesn't work for me. I'm not like that. I don't really care. If someone come up to me and said, "Do you want my autograph?" I'd think about it, but not my autograph. But if Anthony Martial came up to me and said, "Do you want my autograph?" I'd probably say, "Yeah, mate," and I can have a thick picture as well. But I wouldn't start queuing up for it. It's just not my scene. You would, wouldn't you, Marcus?
I would, yeah, because I really don't get up there that often, to be honest. What with the kids and that, it's very hard for me to go nowadays. Faraz Ayub says, I think we lose to Chelsea, lose to Juve, and draw Everton and win at Bournemouth.
That'll be enough to keep him in a job as well.
Yeah. Faraz says, he also says, get him to sign your
box.
pink boots.
De Gea's there.
Back post? No, De Gea's got that one. Bio 2.0 says you take a picture of his pink shoes.
Who Subscribe if you're new, everybody. Bottom right hand corner. Lots to get involved in on the channel. Obviously, my FIFA Ultimate Team will be back at 1 o'clock tomorrow as well. And we'll be doing a few watch-alongs on here, away from the United stand, obviously non-United games. It's funny, I was actually asked today on my Q&A on Twitter, what's the worst pair of football boots I've ever seen? And I just said, anything that Phil Jones are wearing. He's a disgrace to football boots, he is. Phil Jones is to football boots what tomato ketchup is to a Sunday roast. Oh, here we go. Spain, shoot, goal, deflected. Lucky.
Oh, that's a lucky goal, that is.
Yeah, I don't know whether he would have saved it anyway. Sort of into him. Should not have been allowed to... Oh no, didn't go in.
No, I thought that went in.
It went on there. Must have been the side netting.
So, wow, I thought that went in.
There we are saying lucky goal. I'd love to see that on a replay again because I thought it was in.
Yeah, that was a great block then.
Chris, the timer's up. I don't know what you're on about, mate. Maybe refresh your page. Here it is. They're going to show it now.
Yeah.
So Sensio. Yeah, it's the side netting.
Yeah.
It just whacks into the side netting.
Oh.
It would have been lucky. Darth Ravens just said he's just packed prime gigs. How many packs do you have to open to get that? You bloody jammy git. I don't believe you anyway,
but... Cress Wellston says we need Specsavers.
I was thinking about doing that on my Ultimate Team as well, just to make it a little bit interesting. Sort of a challenge of the players that I want, so that maybe at the start of every stream I can have a picture of the players that I want, and we can cross them off as we get them.
Okay, interesting idea.
Road to glory sort of thing.
Yeah. So who have you got? I know you wanted Roy Keane, didn't you? I mean, have you got any other players?
George Best, definitely.
Yeah.
I'd like, to be honest. I don't know whether. I haven't looked into it enough, but if they've got Beckham, Scholes, Keane, and Giggs, I pretty much would like that as my midfield four. To be honest.
Right, you won't get Beckham because he's on Pro Evo.
Is he?
Yeah, but Scholes and Giggs and Keane you can get.
Well, Maradona's on Pro Evo though, and he's on FIFA, isn't he?
Yeah, it's something to do with the rights. I don't know what it could be just EA.
Yeah.
Apparently Stuart's causing some problems in the comments. What's he doing?
He does get blocked a lot, Stuart.
Yeah.
He's mildly cretinous. He's all right, but he sometimes goes over the bar. Yeah, there is no Beckham on FIFA.
Yeah. Snaps and George, can you tell me what he's doing? I'm not. All I'm seeing is him being timed out. Darth Raven says straight up Mark 25k pack and sold him for 750k. Wow. So we got him in a 25k pack. And he's made.
Hey, Tyrone makes a good point actually. He says if anyone here has a PS4, do not allow any random account to add you. It is a hack and it is bricking PS4s.
Oh yeah, I had a message about that earlier. Also, messages from random people as well.
Yeah. Which makes it difficult for me playing people online because I don't fucking know half of you. So I won't be opening any new messages. So there we go. We're gonna have to sort of do it through the long-winded traditional DM, Twitter, email sort of thing.
So England's still getting hold of the ball pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they're still going forward quite well. I mean, 5-6 players in this attack here. So England definitely not sitting back.
Yeah, I think it's also a shame that Cantona's not on FIFA as well.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
Again, it must be some sort of rights thing.
Oh, ref, what you blowing up there for?
Aspas.
Oh, that was a bit late blowing up for that one. England were on the attack again with Rashford down the right-hand side.
Cress Welsing says, is there any of the Brazil 82 team on FIFA? I'll have a look for you, mate.
Michael Hubbard. What's going on with Dier? Nothing,
Penalties.
Michael. He was just barely beaten for all 3 goals. There's no chance he was getting to any of them.
Socrates
Sterling's
is.
in. Yeah.
He was 82, Socrates. Who scored for England, says Captain Obvious? Sterling, Rashford and Kane.
Kane hasn't scored, mate. I think Sterling's 2, isn't
Oh,
he?
it's Sterling 2, wasn't it?
Yeah.
2 for Sterling, 1 for Rashford.
Yeah.
The FIFA players says do the advanced SBCs as they are proper. So I quite like these SBCs because you don't actually have to play games, which is a bonus for me.
You can get quite into them, you know. It really is very good shot there.
A bit like playing cards, isn't it?
Yeah. Have you been into your custom tactics yet?
Yeah.
Oh, I think that's a bit
It's
soft
outside
of
the
a
box,
penalty,
isn't
that
it?
one. Oh no.
Yeah, trod on him on the just
Yeah,
outside.
yeah.
You sure it was a foul though?
Yeah. Not a penalty, but yeah, definitely a foul.
As Douglas says, not a penalty, but was a free kick.
Born Red, how you doing? Faraz says, what's your
What's
favourite
FUT Champions? Is that the one where you qualify? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
I had to go on that FUT draft the other night. 15,000 coins. And
Yeah.
lost my first fucking game.
Yeah.
And that's it. Gone.
If you win it though, Mark, the rewards are good.
Yeah. Yeah, but you know what I did on that? I am going to do it again. But obviously 15,000 coins is quite a lot to give up. I will do it again. But I absolutely got fucking screwed because what it is, for anybody who doesn't realise, is that for each position you get 5 players flash up. And you can get Neymar and everything like that. But you're obviously looking at your chemistry. And I sort of thought, right, I'm going to pick a German team. And then the next 4 positions, I couldn't really get German players. So I ended up with a lot of good players. I had Mbappe, I had Neymar. I mean, obviously they've got a PSG connection. But I just couldn't get the chemistry going because I'd like 2 players from here, 2 players from there. And I just got into a bit of a mess, really.
Mm. Could you tell the difference, though, with having really poor chemistry?
Yeah. Well, I had Lamar in my ultimate team, didn't I? And he was crap. But like Drawty and a few other people said to me, it doesn't matter about chemistry, you'll be fine. But it really does.
Mm.
It makes a big difference. Which I think adds to the game a lot as well, because you can't just pick any old players, can you? You've got to have a think about it, and it does make a difference.
Yeah, definitely. I always stick with the Premier League, 'cause that's the only league I know. But I'd love to be able to make like an Italian or a German team.
Well, I think it'd be cheaper to do it as well.
Yeah, probably would do. Yeah.
Oh, that's got to be a corner, isn't it?
Oh, Pickford, what was you doing there? Bit of a fumble.
Oliver Holmes needs Spain to score. I had £50 on England to win both teams to score at 9-1. That seems like quite short odds, to be fair. 9-1 for England to win. Well, there's your goal, mate. There you go, Oliver Holmes.
There we go.
You've made yourself about 100 quid there. Ramos, wasn't it, from a corner?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't Ramos. It was Rodrigo. No, it wasn't. It was Paco Alcachacha.
Great corner in as well. It was that.
Well, it's a free header, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a FIFA header, that is.
Yeah. Free header at the front post. Pickford,
no one on the line either. Well, they wouldn't have saved that anyway.
Absolutely no chance for Pitt. All the goals have been pretty good so far tonight, I think. No goalie's going to get to them.
I think I had that Alcazar, or I don't know how you pronounce it. I think I had him as a in form on Ultimate Team last week, and I sold him. 450 quid, Mark. Sorry, my maths is terrible. Well, there you go. He's had it. Poor marking on the corner, says Grey Eagle, which I agree with.
Yeah, he's got a free header just in front of the front post, hasn't he, really? The amount of players that were there, no one picked him up.
He's on fire at the moment, that lad. He's scoring bloody loads of goals.
John,
I
like
agree with
watching
Gavin Jameson. Where was the marking there? It was poor, really poor. Gives them a chance if they get another goal now.
mean, Jack Coleman says brilliant game so far, so much better than the other English game. Yeah, I mean, this game's been really, really good. Some great football in the first half by England, especially with the goals. And Spain, they don't seem to have changed their game plan. They're still sticking to the same thing. I mean,
I can easily see this being a draw.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think England, how they play it now it's very difficult, isn't it? You're almost trying to see the game out, and that. But someone is going to mark that kid there.
Yeah.
Apparently, Fellaini's injured. Don't get my hopes up. Don't get my hopes up. Go straight to Twitter. Fellaini injured.
Ramos has done something on Harry Kane there.
Who?
Ramos and Harry Kane's had a coming together.
Don't be a Liverpool fan. I'm sure it was fairly innocuous. There's an elbow in there.
Watching that on the replay,
he ain't going to do anything, is he?
That's Ramos, and he gets away with everything.
Fellaini's got a groin problem. He'll be all right.
Harry Kane's still down, but Ramos is up. Shocking marking, good finish, says DBX. I'll tell you what, Mark, actually, I saw that was a fantastic photo of you in the bath on Instagram.
It's all right. You like it? I'm getting into Instagram now. I've got all of 3 posts. I need to think of more posts to do, actually.
Was that your first post, that picture?
No, there are a couple of others. There's one from Mallorca on there as well. Yeah. That's how regular I post. But I am going to post. It's Goldbridge Mark on Twitter and Instagram if people want to follow me.
Well, yeah, Harry Kane, you can see the mark on his head. Side of his face there, look. Right hand side, yeah. He should be alright. Yeah, he should be alright. Kane's been nursing an injury since the World Cup, says Chris.
To be honest, I think Harry Kane and Lukaku don't look 100% since the World Cup anyway. And that's where the similarity ends, because Harry Kane actually does score goals.
Yeah. Morata's warming up on the sidelines, so he should be coming on very soon. Rory Neal says Sancho on now. Be nice to see him come on.
Yeah, I don't think he'll throw him into a game like this, though, will he? What Sancho needs to do is keep doing what he's doing at Dortmund and just keep getting picked for England.
Grey Eagle says Ramos to United in January, possible or impossible? Impossible for me.
Why would he leave Real Madrid? Tell you what, that Gomez, what is Pickford doing here? Really lucky. Really lucky.
Great tackle, though. Fantastic tackle by Pickford.
They want a penalty. They want a penalty because there's all sorts of pushing going on. Harry Winks is pushing. It's all kicking off here between Spain and England.
I've got to say that.
It's only a friendly, though, apparently. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. I mean, Pickford, he's got plenty of time. He could have. There was no need to do that.
I don't think he does anything wrong.
No, he doesn't. I don't think he does, no.
He gets caught, but he doesn't actually drag him back. Tries to get back there. And then...
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't. There's no drag back when he actually makes the tackle.
Yeah. No, and Pickford gets an elbow in the jaw as well.
Nah, never a penalty.
No, never. Never.
Well, they've just got to get their heads together and defend this corner now.
Ramos is moaning. No, I think no, that's never a penalty. I think Pickford did quite well. Jack Coleman says it's a penalty. Bjorn Lundberg says no penalty. Good tackle, says Sally. I think it was. I think that was a fantastic tackle. Google bought me, says ha ha, of course it's a pen.
You know what? I actually thought watching it back, it was going to be a penalty because I thought, how does he get back without pulling him back? But he doesn't pull him back. It's just a really good tackle.
Yeah. Not the sort of thing you see from a goalkeeper either.
No. But he got himself into a lot of trouble, lot of problems there. He doesn't pull him back. There's no point does his hands clench to pull back. There's a little bit of the stuff that you do get at the start, but no, it's not a penalty. That isn't. I've seen him be given another corner.
Oh, I thought that was going in the bottom corner then, nearly an own goal. I thought from Rashford. Wayne Evans says he was pulling him back.
It's funny how all the Welsh and Irish sounding names are saying definite penalty, and all the English games are saying not. Here's Rashford on the break. Go on, lad.
Great clearance by Rashford.
No, ain't got the pace. Asensio's gone with him. It's a good tackle, and it's not your throw in. This is what I don't like about Spain. It doesn't pull him back. It is a penalty. Your capital letters don't change facts. It's not a penalty because we're now a couple of minutes after and the referee didn't give it. So you can let the steam come out your arse all you like. It's not a penalty. History's not going to get pulled back because you are putting your comment in capital letters. Not a penalty. Sit down. Hypothetically, you can believe it was a penalty, but it's not a penalty. So deal with it. Where's my sunglasses? But I actually don't even think it was a penalty. So there you go. But we can argue about hypotheticals all night. The reality is there was a bloody fourth or fifth official, whatever they're called, right in front of it, and he said no. And he doesn't grab him from behind because his hand doesn't clench. You need to understand the difference between a grab and a reach.
Well, Connor, who's an Irishman, says never a penalty. So, yeah. Never a penalty from a Scotsman, says Douglas.
Robbie Stones is right, though. England are all over the place. I did say I could see a draw as soon as they let that first goal in. It's basically 2-0 now. And here we go. God. Maguire left his foot out there.
Yeah.
See, it's too easy at the moment. Back into Pickford's arms. Yeah. Am I sponsored by Lyle and Scott? I wish I was.
Spain have upped the tempo. Getting in behind England now quite on a regular basis.
Panko says, sit down, you moaners. It wasn't a penalty. Björn Lundberg says if he falls, it's a penalty, but he didn't. I think if he falls, it's a dive. I don't think there was enough there.
No, I don't. Oh, Sancho. Maguire's down, injured.
Oh, bloody hell, I didn't realise the time. I'm going to have to pop off in a minute, Marcus. So I shall leave you to close off the show, if that's all right with you.
Yeah.
Feel free to stay live. I'll be back at some point, but if not, if you want to just leave it running, that's fine by me.
I'll stay on as long as I can. I've got something to do round about 10ish, so...
Anyway, everybody who's moaning about it being a penalty, you're all forgetting something that's going to absolutely sit you down. It wasn't. No, seriously though. What about the foul on Raheem Sterling? That wasn't a penalty, but it was definitely a foul, and it wasn't given, and it was a really good opportunity.
They're even showing it back from a back angle, and nowhere do you see Pickford grabbing his shirt at all. You see the left elbow go into Pickford's jaw, and you see Pickford with a great tackle.
What's this?
On the left-hand side.
Little trolley driving around.
But no,
where am I going? Oh, I've got to go out and do a bit of business. Yeah, got to go and do a bit of business round the estate. Someone's fucking running their mouth off, and I've got to go and sort them out. But no, I've got a prior commitment that. I've got to go and do something.
Spain are cheating, says Karen. I'll tell you what, Spain are looking really aggressive at the minute. They're not taking this
it's the
very
old,
well, aren't
it
they?
is the Spain, Barcelona, Real Madrid thing, isn't it? They crowd the ref. They've been doing it for years, and when they don't get their way, they get very petulant. I mean, it's their own fault. They shouldn't be 3-0 down. Well, they should be 3-0 down, but at 2-0 down, their heads dropped because their little tiki-taka football's not working, and they're 3-0 down. And they're great. It's great when they're winning, but they're really bad losers. I hope they don't obviously get back into it, but. England not playing better second half, Benjamin. They've really just parked the bus a little bit, to be honest.
Yeah, I really thought Southgate would have said to him, look, just more of the same. Keep going, keep attacking. But apart from the first five minutes, England really haven't done anything in the second half bar sit back. They're just inviting the pressure.
How are you finding Black Ops then? Is it good?
I love it. Absolutely love it. I think it's one of the best Call of Duties they've made for years.
Why is it better than last year?
Because it's not World War II for a start. Treyarch, for me, make the better Call of Duty games. And they seem to care about their servers and the anti-cheating sort of stuff as well. But I just think everything, the guns are better, movement is better, hit detection much better than last year's one. I think it's fantastic.
I'm just too slow for it now. Takes me to so by the time I can sneak up on someone on that game last year, and they're not knowing there, and by the time I've got my aim in, got my gun up, they figured out I'm there, and they turn around, bang, and I'm just too old for it now. Here's a good free kick for Spain, yellow card, Harry Maguire.
Red Dead Redemption. Someone's just mentioned there, Osama. Yeah, Red Dead Redemption 22nd. Looking forward to that one.
Is that the Western?
The Western one, yeah.
I'm thinking about doing sort of that online, actually. Oh, that's a brilliant tackle by Harry Maguire again, and he gets the yellow card. It's just what's gone wrong with football. What is going wrong with football? And there's Enrique going mad, shouting at the fourth official, "You fucking cretin, fuck off. Go on."
Nothing wrong with that.
Prick. It's just very ridiculous. They're cheating bastards. They really are. Does my head.
Very similar tackle to Eric Dier in the first half. Nothing wrong with it. Ball first.
Get back to Barcelona and Messi in your team, mate. I'd manage them to the bloody title. Just because you've got a tight-fitting black top. So have I. Call me Mark L. Goldbridge and I'll fucking do your job, you twat. Nothing special about that. Crap free kick as well. Go and get your carrots. Eeyore.
Oh, is this your FIFA frustration coming out tonight?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. Morata's coming on. We've won. That's
going to be a good.
He'll probably find some form at the weekend, though, won't he? If he plays.
Yeah. It'll be a good game Saturday. Morata against Lukaku. That'll be really interesting. That one. Oh dear. Mark L. Goldbridge, I saw you. It's a contact sport, not basketball, says Gavin. Exactly. Some of these tackles in this game tonight have been absolutely fantastic.
Yeah,
they've been pulled up for
yellow cards
reason.
for it. You know, you could do two tackles like that and get sent off. Ridiculous. You can make two actual tackles and get sent off in football now. It's a disgrace.
This is where they need to get all the referees in a room and have a chat and say, look, you know, you're being a bit too strict here. You've got to let the game flow. Oh, yeah.
Anyway, I've probably cut it as fine.
Yeah, go on, mate.
As I can.
Yeah. England
Mrs.
on a break.
Says you're on one today, Chewy. It's Monday, isn't it? I tell you what, though, I dread to think what my FIFA stream's going to be like tomorrow, because actually, Monday I'm normally okay. Tuesday's my moody day of the week. That's the one that I'm really bad. So I'm hoping tomorrow will be my Monday, because it's been one of them days today. Anywho, I'm going to leave you with Marcus for a bit to close it out. I might get back before full time, but if you want to just get off, Marcus, and leave it running, I'll be back to close it down at some point. But I shall leave you it, and hopefully I'll be listening in the car. England can get it over the line. So I'll speak to you soon. I'll leave you to it, pal.
All right, bud. See you later.
See you in a bit.
So, guys, just me and you for the last 18 minutes. Right, let's see what's happening on here then. Let's have a look. Howie Thomas. I know this is England Watchalong, but can United stand to have a drive against a possible Saudi Arabian takeover? Possibly. I'll mention it to Mark and see how he see if he's got anything he likes to talk about. He showed his studs. If his foot was planted, he would have broken his leg. Says no, Kieran, that's a proper tackle. That's a proper tackle. Dat King, how we doing? Pep, hello. Hell, hello. Hart, how we doing? AS7, Marcus, I can't find my toothbrush, mate. Use mouthwash. Marcus, you're very sweet. Oh, cheers, mate. Thank you. Make the most of this, Marcus. Now Mark's gone. Let's talk porn. Mate. No, he'll kill me. He'll kill me because he'll watch it back. I'm still going to keep it professional. Okay, we can have a laugh. We can have a laugh and a joke, but yeah, keep it clean, please. Gavin Clark, Xbox or PlayStation? I have both. I prefer the Xbox for multiplayer games because the servers are better, but the PS4 have the better single player games. Soaring Eon, Marcus is 37. No, I'm 38. Hiya, Sally. You all right? Sweat. What's that? MUR007. Love you. Cheers, pal. Thank you. Do I have my own channel? I do, but I'm very rarely on there. But I'm trying to get it back. Tyler Ackerman, how old are you, Marcus, mate? 38. 38. And believe it or not, I know the voice sounds like I'm very, very old, but Mark is actually older than me. So Barkley has just come off for Carl Walker. So a bit of a defensive change there from Southgate. Mark, will you get Red Dead Redemption? I think Mark might do, yeah. I think Mark might do. Marcus is best fitting. I won't go that far. Red Dead Redemption 2 on PS4, says Mawada. I'm going to get it on the... I don't know what to get it on, actually. I'm actually going to get Black Ops as well on the PlayStation because I've only got it on all Sterling's in. No, Ramos has tidied up and Spain trying to play it out from the back. Good pressure by England, this is. Last couple of minutes. Right, so are you playing Red Dead Redemption 2 on your channel? Days, I will be, yes, I will be. I want to get hold of this Elgato thing. I think that's what it's called. Elgato HD thing. I will get Fallout, yes, mate. It's not a problem. Marcus, you playing Weekend League? Marcus, you playing Weekend League this weekend? And what level are you on Black Ops? Tyler, I've been absolutely full of cold for the last 10 days. I've played, I think, 13 games of Blackout, and I've been in the top 5 8 times. And I'm a level 22, I think it is, on the multiplayer. So, but I've really not been well, mate, for the last 10 days, 2 weeks. Cheers, Lee. Thank you. Right, you should get back on your channel. Mark Atherton, I will do. Hey, Mark Russ, do you like Toys R Us? Says Cool Jack. I used to before it got closed down. I used to love Toys R Us. Go there and pick up some of my collectibles and that. I shouldn't really do this. I'll type a comment in the comments and then you just click on the picture. There you go. Just click on the picture. Anyone who wants to subscribe to the channel, just click on my picture and it'll take you straight to the channel. Marcus, what's your predictions for Chelsea versus Man United on Saturday? I think, Canal, it's going to be a very tough game and I think we're going to lose because it's a 12:30 kickoff after the international break, which never suit United either. So, yeah, I think that's... I think we're destined to lose this one. And we've not got a good record at Chelsea anyway, especially Mourinho. And if Fellaini's injured, we're definitely going to lose, aren't we? So, cheers, Logan. Thank you. Thornton Reed, what do I collect? I collect the very, very old Generation 1 Transformers. The very, very old ones. Cheers, Paul. Thank you. Brilliant, Marcus, says Carl. I can't help it, mate, can I, really? Our best hope is a draw against Chelsea, says Hart. I don't think we will. I don't think. Cheers, Douglas. Thank you. Pankaj, Marcus, what if we win against Chelsea? Do you honestly believe that? Really? Do you honestly believe we're going to win? I don't think so. I think the form on paper just says we're just going to get beat. I really do. I'd love to be proved wrong, but I don't see it happening. iFan. Cheers, mate. Thank you. Barani. Thanks for the love, mate. Liam. Thank you. Lee Newman. Chelsea won, United 2. I hope so. Like I say, I do hope United win, but the form, I just don't see it happening. Am I on Facebook? No, Mark. I'm not. George Watch. Can anyone explain why I was timed out? I can't because I didn't do it. Marcus, what is the name Sophie from United Stand YouTube channel? Hannibal. I think it's called hairdryer treatment. That's not 100%, but I think that's what it's called. I'm not sure if it's the hairdryer treatment or just hairdryer treatment. I'm not sure. Is it Marcus in the chair tonight? Says Delta Daz. Literally for the last 10 minutes of this game. Yeah, so England are winning. Still 3-1. Sterling with 2 goals. Rashford with 1. And I can't even remember who scored for Spain now. I really can't. You going to Chelsea to watch the game live? Faraz? No, I would have done if I still lived in London, but not now. Not now. Marcus, who do you have in your ultimate team? Says Shayem. Let's see, I've got Pickford in goal, Trippier, Bailly, Laporte, Danny Rose as my back 4. I've got Mora on the right, Martial left, Eric Dier and Fellaini in midfield. And up front, I've got Vardy and Sane. And I like that team. I do like that team. Hell no, where do you live? Out in the sticks, out in the fields. Out in the fields where I have nothing around me but seagulls. Where do I live? The nearest I'll tell you is East Anglia. All right, that's all you get, East Anglia. So anywhere in the East. Marcus, who would you take as manager? I was watching Mark's 10-minute videos on the managers that are available, and you know what? He actually, although I do like Zidane, I think the three Champions Leagues are not to be sniffed at. But I think when you look at Jardim and what Mark was saying, I think he's got a great chance. I really do. He ticks all the boxes for me for what United want. He plays youth. He plays attacking football. He's good with the egos. He's young. He's energetic. I think Jardim is a good shout. A close shot there by number 10 of Spain, which just went wide. I would try and name him, but I can't. Actually, that wasn't a close shot at all. That was like a metre wide. Marcus, I'm at UAE, says Owen C. Oh, wow. Marcus, would you take Southgate United? No. Lewis says, Marcus, how did you meet Mark? I emailed him one day and said that I knew how to do moderating and stuff like that, and asked him if he was interested in bringing me on board. That was about 2.5 years ago, 3 years ago. And it went on from there. Sally just wants an attacking manager. I think Sally, perfect. Alex wants Moyes back. No way. Snap Loke, you think Zidane, if he comes, will be able to play such football with the current United squad, or will he need the checkbook? I think I'm one of these people, right? When people say about checkbook managers, I think you can excuse Pochettino this summer because he didn't get a penny. But I think every manager, no matter what team it is, every manager needs money to improve. So I think the checkbook manager stuff is a myth to a point, because football clubs now, with the money that's in the Premier League and advertising rights and TV deals and stuff like that, I think there's so much money about that you just got to spend it. I think the checkbook manager stuff is a myth. I do believe, though, that there is such a thing as a manager having a perfect team, like Pep did at Barcelona, and Zidane. A lot of people say Zidane did it because he was at Madrid and he had Ronaldo, but these managers have still got to get the team playing in the right way, and they've still got to implement a certain style of football. So, is there a football match going on, or is this podcast hours, says Captain Obvious? There is a football match, but it's gone a bit boring now. It's niggly little fouls. Alex, that's for snaps. So Kieran Trippier has come off, and Alexander-Arnold has come on for England. We're coming up to the 85th minute, and it's still England 3, Spain 1. David Tapgun says Lukaku scores more than anyone in the team, yet gets the stick. I think Lukaku he does get a lot of stick because he's the main number 9, isn't he? If he's not scoring, who else is there? So it's I think all the players get stick, don't they? Some fairly, some unfairly. It's the nature of football. But I think everyone's free to express their opinion of it. You don't have to agree with it, but I think you have to respect it and just say, okay, I don't agree with it, but that's it. You just go on. Can you sing Common People by Pulp? Says Bobby Johnson. No chance. No chance. Not with the way I'm sounding at the minute, full of cold as well. It'll sound horrible. Pickford's just made a cracking save there. But Spain again, coming down the left-hand side. Alonso's got it. Out to the right it goes. Spain are looking quite dangerous here. Asensio's out on the right-hand side, trying to cut in. Sterling pulls him out. Dier heads it away. Spain with a lot of possession outside England's penalty area. They're trying to work it as much as they can. Yeah, Alex, I have Twitter. Yeah. I'll put it in the thing. I don't really like doing this because it's like promotion, but if people are asking, can I see United win the league in the next 10 years, says Faraz. Yes, I do, definitely. So I don't think Mourinho will be here for 10 years. So definitely. Thoughts on Saudi potential takeover? I'm all for it, George. I'm all for it. And I think the Glazers would be absolutely stupid if they didn't sell it, because I've been reading 4 billion is the number that's being floated around. And considering they bought it, I think, what was it, about 800 million? I think they bought United for. To make that much profit, I think they'd be stupid to turn that down. They really would. So, yeah, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. I think a fresh approach, a different direction is probably what the whole club needs. George, you know I don't normally do it. I don't do it. Cheers, Douglas. But if people are asking, then I'll put it in there. Surely we can't cock it up from here like we did against Italy. We should win now, says Gary Wells. We should do. We got 3 minutes left. Spain are still trying to pass their way through. And they're in down the right-hand side across the face of goal. Great save, Pickford. And it rebounded off Morata while Pickford is on the floor, nowhere to be seen. And Morata puts it wide. So that says that is... I'll tell you what, in fairness, Morata should be putting that in. But what a miss that was. He's literally a yard away from the goal line and he comes off his knee and it goes wide. And I think that's Sancho coming on now for England. Bit pointless with only 2 minutes left, but at least he gets on. Do I play football, says Owain? Yes. I'm played for probably about a year and a half. But I do play, yeah. Marcus, if you're a Man United manager, how would you fix the current problems? Basically, that's a good question. But basically, what I would do is just let them play football. Let them play football and put them in their right positions, first and foremost. And just let them play. Just don't try and shackle them. Don't try and, don't restrict them. Just let them play football. That's all you got to do. If you get a better performance, if you just let your players be free and express themselves. Because at least then, I'd rather lose trying than win playing ugly like we do at the minute. So, What's my favourite Indian dish? Oh, says pancakes. Oh, mate, I do like a good madras. I do like a good madras pancakes. So it's still 3-1 to England. K.I. Jose out Martin says hell no. Thank you. Ribery or Robin in their prime. This is going to be controversial, but in their prime, I would say Robin. I thought he was absolutely fantastic at Chelsea. Absolutely fantastic. And it feels to me that he's been in the game for years and years and years. But he's actually younger than me. But I think Robin was absolutely class in his day. Ribery was good, don't get me wrong, but apart from Bayern Munich, where else? Alf Zino, why are you so negative? Be happy. I am excited. So Harry Winks is coming off. Oh, how am I going to pronounce that? Chalobah? Is that his name? Chalobah? Oh, there we go. But he's coming on. Exactly, Marcus. That's the way Sir Matt uses. Exactly, Gary. Yeah, I think when you're playing like this, I think you got to go back to the drawing board. I think you got to go back to the drawing board and do the simple things right. I think Robin is so fast, but he was really fast, really good. I thought he was fantastic at Chelsea. Fantastic. I've just joined. Where's Goldie gone? It says Cal Davis. Goldie has gone to do something. Not sure what, but he said he'll be back. I don't know when. Jared, Marcus, what do you think will be the biggest January transfer to happen? Oh, I think, in terms of United transfers, I think it'll probably be, in United's transfers, I think the biggest transfer United will do will be, who's that lad we've been scouted for, the centre-back? Who's the lad that Mourinho was looking at the other night? I can't think of his name now. He was watching him, wasn't he? He went away to watch him. I can't think of who it bloody was. But that one. I'm Mbappe to United, says Kyle. No chance. Joe Cole or Damien Duff. Mate, I've got Joe Cole. Both. Anyone then throughout football. Higher flight, you're right. Langford, that's him, Jared. Yeah, that one. I think that'll be United's one. Or the Skriniar lad. I can't pronounce his name. Skriniar. I don't know. So the game's coming to an end. We got 7 minutes extra time, and we played 2 minutes of that already. So the game is definitely over as a contest. Alexander-Arnold's got it down the right. Great ball to Sterling. Back heel didn't come off. Ramos intercepts. Ramos clears. Ronaldinho or Zidane. I love Cole. You know me. I love Ronaldinho. Always played football with a smile on his face. Fantastic. Never had a bad day. And that lad did tricks that were absolutely phenomenal. I think Ronaldinho was fantastic. Messi or Ronaldo, Matthew for me. Prince Fresh, McDonald's or KFC. KFC, I think, is healthier. The burgers are better as well. And I like their, what do you call them, the shakes. The Maltesers shake thing you can get. Crush'ems, that's them. What's my prediction for Saturday, says Flight World Vids? I think we're going to lose. 3-1. 3-1. I just think Chelsea will tear us apart. And this will be, seeing as Hazard's been trolling us as well this week, this will be the game for Hazard to just put the nail in Mourinho's coffin, I think. Burger King beats them all. Burger King's nice, yeah. Iced tea or hot tea, says Pancakes. Hot tea. Don't drink iced tea. My mum likes iced tea, and my kids. Canal, Marcus, please visit Mumbai, United fan. Right. If I ever get to Mumbai, you will be the first person I'll tell, okay? Neville or Neville. Gary Neville for me, out of the two. Robbie Stones, Chelsea win by 2 goals in a banker for a bet. I think they will do, Robbie, yeah. Like I said, 3-1, I think. Morata or Benteke, that's a tough one. They're both crap, aren't they? They both can't score. I think you probably have to say Morata. Iced coffee, the magician. Iced coffee, I absolutely love that. I love coffee. Cold coffee, hot coffee, caramel coffee, any sort of coffee, I will drink it. Absolutely love it. Safe bet, Marcus is never going to Mumbai. Jared, you never know. You never know. Oh, you have to meet me first if I am in Mumbai. If I'm ever in Mumbai, I will tell you. I'll tweet it out. You never know. Mark might go to Mumbai one day. He's flitting about everywhere. Great save by Pickford there. High cross in from the right by Asensio again. Looked as though it was looping under the bar, but Pickford managed to just oh no, it's deflected. But yeah, great save by Pickford again. Very alert in the dying minutes. Carl Walker was covering as well, which is good. How many cups of coffee a day? David Lloyd, probably between 8 and 10. 8 or 10 a day. That's why I'm so hyper, and I have a laugh about anything and everything. That's why I get away with a lot as well. When since has Mark swore a lot? This afternoon on his FIFA channel. Mark, so if you go to Mumbai, I'll go to the moon, says Kylie. I thought you'd already been to the moon, George. And next is the Antarctica, says Jared. That's the thing. I do like going to cold places as well. I'm not a lover for the heat or the sun. I do like winter time. I do like Christmas time. You know, the snow and that. There's something really nice about it. Feels very homely. More than I drink water. Yeah, Andres. Yeah, I drink a lot of coffee. I do drink a lot of coffee. Stephen, geez, yeah. Well, now you know why I get so hyper on Twitter and stuff. Why sometimes I just, say what I like and just have some fun. Dubai or Turkey? Dubai, for me. I always like the idea of Dubai, the buildings and stuff. Spain just hit the crossbar, header by Morata. I think Pickford saved that and tipped that onto the bar. Just watch it back. Yeah, Pickford made a great save there. Morata close range. Should have really put it in, but Pickford gets it up onto the bar and away. Spain coming back, and Spain score. Ramos 3-2 to England, but we're over the 7 minutes extra time, so it should be game over now. No, hang on, what's going on there? I think he blew the whistle. I think Morata's got a yellow card here. Some confusion going on here. Did they count that as a goal or what? Is that a goal? The game's finished, but does that class as a goal? Either way, England have won the game. Yeah, I think they've classed that as a goal. Yeah, as soon as he's got him, he's blown up. So England win the game, 3-2. Morata scores literally. I'm just watching it back. No. Oh. Ramos got the goal, but Morata's offside. So have they... No goal? No? Because I've got no sound on TV, I can't really tell. But either way, that they have allowed it. England win the game 3-2. So Sterling got the first two. Rashford scored for England, and then Alcacer, if that's his name, scored for Spain, and Ramos got the second, literally in the last 2 seconds. But fantastic game, I think, by England. I think that was really good first half. They played well. They kept control of the ball. Counter-attacking football was really good. Yep, the goal counts, says Ryan. Yep, it's a goal, but we won, says Jack. Yeah, I think so. What do you guys think then? I thought that was, first off, was a really good performance by England. Really good. Very good to see them playing, not being intimidated by the so-called bigger teams that have won tournaments before. So I'm quite chuffed with that. I think that was a really good display. Good test as well for England. Not sure what that means for the table, because I don't understand this Nations League thing. But it was fantastic. So let us know in the comments what your thoughts are. Jack Vlogs, where is Mark? Mark had to nip off and do something, but he should be back in a minute. Gerrard or Lampard, says Andre. I'd never go Gerrard, so it would have to be Lampard. Kunal enjoyed it. Cheers, mate. Thank you. We beat them in their own backyard, says Sally. Yep. Stuart Collins, Ramos scoring is painful to watch. I felt like smashing my TV seeing it. I bet you did, mate. Lewis, Marcus, you have your own chat. I do, Lewis. Yeah. If just click on my picture, it'll take you straight there. I've just put a comment in. So if you just Lampard or Beckham, Becks, mate. Without doubt, Beckham is one of my favourite United players. I think the guy was just phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. Fantastic captain, I think, for England. Even when he captained United a few times, I thought he was brilliant. He's a natural leader. Great delivery on him. I think the guy had everything. He had passion for the club. He loved Manchester United. He loved his country. I think Beckham was amazing, absolutely amazing. Let's have a look. Hello and welcome to the Marcus Stand, says JM. Jesse says Marcus Stand, yeah. Brazil, Ronaldo or Ronaldinho? Faraz, Ronaldinho again. I love Ronaldinho. I think he was a fantastic footballer. Absolutely fantastic. Benjamin, it's not self-promoting when people are asking. If people are asking, then I'll put it in. Hi, says Sarah. How you doing? Sergio Contral says Ramos, I love you. Mourinho would have turned defensive after 2 goals and would have ended up a tie, says Bobby Simpson. Definitely. But right, I've got to go now, guys, because I've got to jump on my Xbox and play Black Ops. So I'm glad the majority of you stayed here. Stuart, Marcus, man of the people. I'm very comments minded. I'm very comments minded. I love interaction. I love talking to you lot. Mohsen, how you doing? You can find Mark's on Mixer as well. Yeah. So I'll catch you later, Jack. Stay, please, says Stuart. I'll tell you what. I'll stay for another 5 minutes. Okay, another 5 minutes, and then I'll really have to go. Where the fuck is Mark at? Says Noah. Mark had to go and do something, but he said he'd be back. So I mean, you lot can just stay here and keep talking to each other if you want, because until Mark comes back, the stream won't get shut down. So you could be here for half hour. You could be here for 6 hours. I don't know. I don't know, but Mark twerking in the street, yeah. No to shake your money. I must thank everyone as well for the love tonight while Mark's disappeared. It's much appreciated. Thanks to George and Snaps and Jared and any of the other moderators that have been on. Hi, Jack, you're right. Gaz, yes, I do. Could be here all night. Exactly. You could be here all night, and I can't be here all night, unfortunately. That chair speaks good English. Yeah, Celtic Warrior, the chair's got a bit of a Cockney accent as well, isn't it? It's really weird. Really weird. But, you get all sorts on this channel and the United Stand. So I hope everyone liked the show. Calvin, I'll put it in the chat in a second, mate. All right. But hope everyone enjoyed the show. Hope everyone hit a like and share the stream and subscribe if you're new. Don't forget to click the bell as well so you get your notifications and stuff. Yeah, hope you all had a good night. Cheers, United Prodigy. Thank you, mate. Thanks for reading out multiple questions. That's all right. This is what I like to do. I like to read people's questions. Omar, she doesn't, mate. Honestly, she doesn't. Yeah, I like to, read the questions, talk to you, interact, because I think as fan channels, it's all about the fans. I know there's a game on, and we like to talk about the game, but I do like to try and share it out as well. Will you trade Sissoko against Martial? No way. Stalford? No way. Cheers, Howie. Jesse, thank you. Cambridge Life will be singing when we're winning. I hope that's right. But so warming voice. Opinions vary, Jack. Opinions vary. If Mark is asleep, this could go on till tomorrow. So it could do. But this is the thing. This is the thing with me. I'm a night owl, I suppose is the right word. I could go live at say 1 o'clock in the morning until 4 a.m. and just talk to you guys and just have a bit of a laugh, Whereas unfortunately Mark can't do that. So maybe in the future I'll have a word with Mark and we'll see what happens. Marcus, you and Eddie Howe fan? I'm not. I'm a fan of his. I'm not a fan of him for being United, though, Jared. Will I be on the watch along Saturday? Says Stephen. Providing I'm up that early, yeah, which I should be. Mark's not playing FIFA. Mark, so don't forget to tune in tomorrow for Mark's FIFA stream on this channel. He normally goes live around 1 o'clock. Late night love. Maybe I could see what Mark thinks about the Mad Marcus Mondays. I'll have a word with him. See how we go. But do it for all of us fellow night owls. This is the thing. I was thinking about a lot of overseas people with the time difference. And I thought really, for like people in India and America where the time zones are completely different to the English, I thought it would be good doing a late night, early morning show in the UK. So it's at a reasonable time for those other countries. So I was thinking of others as well. We'll see. Am I streaming on YouTube tonight? Would love it if you were surprised. I'm not, mate. Not tonight, because as you can tell by the voice, I'm still full of cold. George Carl, yeah, it would do, George. That's what I was thinking. It would do. I thought it would be nice as well to get good thinking, Mark. 7 a.m. Exactly, Howie. Yeah, exactly. I was thinking because I'm up quite late in England. It would be better. I mean, Canal, look, 2:20 a.m. in India. There's a couple of things we could sort out, but I'll discuss it with Mark and keep everyone updated. Okay. But right, I must go. All right, because I've got to play Black Ops. All right, I've got what's my kill death on Black Ops? I think it's like 2.16 at the minute, but I'm only a level 22 I've not even prestige yet. Guys, I keep getting pushed around and shouted at, and everyone hurts my feelings at school. Anyone got advice to help? I would say go to a teacher and let them know about your problem, and then go from there. All right, but Grizzlies, yeah. So hope you all have a great night. Okay. Hope you all enjoyed the show last 20 minutes and the show as a whole. And thanks for tuning in. Like I said, like, share, subscribe, all that stuff, and don't leave. I've got to leave. I'm sorry, Cool Jag. I've got to leave. I've got things I've got to do. All right. But hope you all had a good night. Hope you all enjoyed it, and I'll see you Saturday on United's Land. Night.
Evening all, I am back. I'm not going to show my face because I'm just not. I think it's funny to have a talking chair. I don't know where Marcus has gone. Obviously he has gone, but still 700 people watching, which is quite funny. So make sure you do subscribe to the channel if you're new. Bottom right hand corner. Not too sure. We seem to have lost 100 subscribers, which is weird. But there you go. It does play up a little bit time. I'm going to end the stream there. Thanks everybody for watching. And I hope that you've enjoyed the game, and I hope that Marcus kept you busy in the second half, and a good win for England, 3-2. So I think we'd have took that at the start of the game, and I'm very, very happy that Spain had to sit down and take a beating. So thanks everyone. I'm back with Ultimate Team tomorrow at 1 o'clock on this channel. Subscribe, bottom right hand corner. I'll see you tomorrow, and thanks everyone for tuning in, and see you tomorrow.